Hi, Miss Elarica. I'm a
Hi.
huge fan. I'm in love with the Valley. Like I watched all of the episodes from season two, like in one day,
You did.
because I love the drama.
Oh man, yeah, there's lots of that. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoy it.
When you signed up for the first season, did you imagine how big and how successful it would become?
I mean, it's nice to have expectations for something, that you're working on and you're putting all of your energy and effort into. But honestly, with the show, it being a brand new show, it being, about a strip club and in a world that no one really, a lot of people can't relate to, I was like, God, it's either going to really go or it might not, even though the work is so incredible. Katori's writing is great. Where is it going to go? So I honestly didn't know. And to see it do so well was a joy. It really was. I feel very, very grateful.
Has just announced that lockdown will end next week.
Ooh, you ready for that grand reopening? Hey!
And what do you think that makes P Valley so appealing to the audience?
I think it definitely has to do with this different world. I think, for me and for a lot of people who I know who have watched it, they've never experienced anything like this before. They've never heard this language. They've never really seen people in these outfits, and they've never been to one of these strip clubs, especially my friends in England. A lot of them haven't, traveled out, and you can go to any strip club, but not any strip club is like the strip club at the Pink. The dancers are incredible, especially in the South, in Atlanta. The first time I went to a strip club, I was amazed. They're doing acrobatics on the pole, and they're incredible, absolutely incredible. So I think it's just this world of that people now feel a part of, that was just so unknown to them before.
I'm auditioning for some new girls. Beyonce, Need Her, Kelly, and Michelle.
And how do you prepare yourself to play Haley? Did you have to learn pole dance? Because I think it's amazing, but it must be so hard to do all these acrobacies in that pole dance. How was the experience? And did you have been to strip clubs before you prepare yourself to the part?
Yes, we had to train. I trained in the first 2 weeks, could not even lift myself up. Very frustrating. It's just so very annoying to see people do it with such ease. And then finally, when I got up there, it was so great, but then I had to squeeze and hold myself on, and the pain was so yeah, it was stressful at first, and it was very, very hard work, but so rewarding in the end, when you finally get up and you're able to do stuff. I went to my first Atlanta strip club, which was Magic City, when I arrived in Atlanta before we shot the first season, and I was amazed. Keep saying it's like Cirque du Soleil naked. It's incredible. The girls are athletes. They're way more than that. They're just, honestly. So to be immersed into that world and to train with some of these women was incredible.
Even classic to be from this.
And how is the mood behind the scenes? There's like any funny stories from behind the scenes that you'd like to share with us?
It's always so fun and such a party. On set first season, we had like music breaks at lunchtime. Like, the music would be on, people would be doing dancing. Like, it was a whole thing. The energy's high, like music's like blasting, when you go and get your lunch, and there was just good morale. Like, it was just, a very exciting place to be. And there's loads of stories. We have some serious, characters and personalities on this set. It's a lot different from filming in England. I think, I feel like Brits are a little bit more reserved, whereas Americans, they live their best life. And I feel like it really showed through on this show, because every day there was something fun and exciting happening. But again, this season, things were different because of the pandemic. So we lost a little bit of that, unfortunately, because, we couldn't be around each other as much, and we couldn't enjoy and dance with each other. And we followed the rules, and we kept safe. And that was the most important thing.
The second season felt better, bigger, and bolder. Besides the pandemic, there's some surprises. What audience can expect from the second season?
Ooh, bigger, better, and bolder. I think everybody's kind of glowed up in a way. Outfits are on point. I think Autumn's used all her money on designer clothes because she, everything is dripping with wonderfulness. And then other than that, because we're showing the pandemic, because we're living in the world's truth, a lot of people are at home, so we're seeing all these characters in their natural environment. So Uncle Clifford in her house with her grandmother, Mississippi at home with her scary boyfriend, and Mercedes in her everyday life. And so it's definitely a deep dive into these characters and who they are outside of the pink.
And now you own the club, girl.
Yes, I Can you believe it? Oh God, she came in on a little bus with nothing but a black bag and an old suitcase, and now she owns the place. Yeah, it's really cool. She's definitely settling into the space. She is who she is. Haley Colton was always a boss. Autumn Night was just the kind of a cover up of who she was in order to survive moving forward. And now she can stay and she can be the boss that she's always been. But no one said it was going to be easy, because Uncle Clifford is not letting that space go. Nah.
Definitely not. And I like P-Valley because it's more grounded in real life. But you have movies like Hustlers, which I love, by the way, with Jennifer Lopez, but it shows like more a glamorous life to the strippers. Do you believe in real life is more tougher than that?
I had the pleasure of spending so much time with a lot of dancers. A lot of the girls on the show have danced in their past, or they're still dancing now. And I think it's different for everyone. There's glamour to it. I think as if there's glamour to everything, that we do. Everyone thinks that the job I do is total glamour and I look like this all the time, and I don't. There's everybody has a story, and every story is different, and some are glamorous, some are not. And I think that's what's so great about the show, is that we're showing that, and people are getting to portray these characters and teach other people about this world.
Did you watch The Hustlers? Did you feel sad about Jennifer Lopez not getting a nomination for Academy Awards? I loved so much.
I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was great, and it's anyone telling there was a truth behind the story. There's some like true story behind it. I think she did an amazing job, but this is our job. Sometimes you get nominated, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's for the things that you least expect, and you're like, oh, what, really, that one? But there's plenty of nominations and awards for her on the way. She's fantastic.
The world is changing and evolving. I think that's great. Do you think that a show like P-Valley, with so many representation, would be green-lighted 10 years ago?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say something a little bit more than that, but no, we're in a different time now. And although everything is still moving very slowly, things are happening and things are changing little by little, and it really could move a little bit faster, to be fair. But at least something's happening. We've got to be grateful for that. This show is all about women. One, it's all about Black women. And then on top of that, we have all female directors, a Black female writer and showrunner. I mean, it's incredible. And for it to have a platform and a space to tell this story and for the world to see and to understand, I think it's amazing. So there's, the world has a long, long way to go, but little steps are happening, and I'm glad that I'm involved in this.
And there's any talks already for a third season?
I mean, people talk. People talk about everything. You know what? Everybody's asking, and there's nothing as of yet from what I know but there are long storylines for all these characters. I'm sure enough to fill 10 seasons, but it's just whether or not, you know, we move forward. If Lionsgate, the wonderful Lionsgate, the wonderful stars, give us the green light or not. But we're just so grateful to already have told so much of the story, and we hope to continue that moving forward.
And to wrap it up, Hollywood's all about comic book adaptations now. And while I was watching the second season, I see you as a Storm from X-Men. Did you ever imagine to play a superhero in the movies, and which one?
Oh my God, I love this question. Thank you for the Storm reference. You know, that's another thing. You know, I looked at, you look at these Marvel movies and you go, oh, who looks like me? You go, oh, Halle Berry. Oh, superhero. Oh, yeah. Of course I'm going to play a superhero. That's so fun. Yes. Although at the moment, the only one I have is more of a villain. The Catwoman was on my list, I won't lie. And you know, the new Batman is great. I went and watched it the other day. I think the new idea of putting the real life into these characters, you know, Robert Pattinson, like doing his version of Batman, and I think it's important to show that, because these are people that we can relate to, rather than this crazy superhero, you know. But mine is, funny enough, Poison Ivy.
Oh,
yeah. She's on my list. I've told everyone on my team. I'm like, right, guys, we have a mission. This is who I want to play eventually. Yeah.
Hollywood, see this interview.
Yes.
I would love that.
Out everywhere.
Even Margot Robbie together, like, wow.
Oh my God, I know, because as we know, the comic books. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love comics, and Batman was a huge favorite when I was younger. Like, you know, especially the older ones, which definitely, you know, looking at the way Batman and Joker and all of that is going now, it's like, it's so good. It's such a different change, but so inviting to be on a set like that.
Ms. Johnson, thank you very much. Vivelli is a huge success here in Brazil. People are loving the show. So kisses from Brazil. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
When you got the Poison Ivy part, I'm going to
yeah, maybe. I'll have to do my interview then, wouldn't you?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kisses from Brazil. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.